Hi, everybody. So today we are going to talk about Book 2, Unit 7, which is all about minor scales. So we've done major scales in the past, and we've done minor key signatures. And so this is going to be kind of the combination of this. So the big thing to know is that we have three different types of minor scales. So we're going to get into that in a second, but it starts with just doing kind of a review of minor key signatures. So we're going to go over that really fast right now. So the way that we do minor key signatures, just as a reminder, if I'm looking at this first one here, I've got two flats. If I figure out the major key signature, that would be B flat, right? And then if I am going to figure out the minor key signature, I need to think about what law would be, or scale degree 6 there, right? And so I can kind of count if B flat is do, T la, so la is G. So this is G minor, right? So that's the way that we think about it. Is you find the name of the key in a major key, and then you go down do, ti, la, go down 3 notes, and that's the name of the minor key. So let's do another one. There's another flat key, second to last flat. The major key would be A flat. So do, ti, la, this is F minor because we go down to F minor, okay? Here's another one, second to last flat is D flat. Do, ti, la, this is B flat minor. Now that one, make sure that you're including the flat, again, because we landed on B, and B is flat in the key signature. So that's why there's a flat in the name. So it's B flat minor, okay? Last one here, this is everything flat. So hopefully we remember that so that's C flat major, okay? Which means that if we start up here and we go do, ti, la, that's A, but A is already flat, just like it was in the last time. So this is A flat minor, okay? So another thing that is just a quick reminder about your minor keys is if there's a key that has a relative minor that like if you might remember that C major, the relative minor is A minor, then you can, if we have C flat major, the relative minor is A flat major. So if you added a flat to it, you can add a flat to the other one and it works also, okay? All right, here we go. Now with sharp keys, remember we do hashtag half step up to find the major key. So this is on F sharp, so the major key would be G, and then we do the same system, do, ti, la, means that this is E minor, okay? So, and you don't have to draw these dots. I'm just drawing the dots to kind of show you my process. So 3 sharps we know is A major, hashtag half step up. And so going down from A, I'm not going to use the A, even though this sharp is up here and I'm thinking hashtag half step up. I'm going to use the A in the middle of the staff because it's easier for my brain. So do, ti, la. So that means this is F sharp minor, again, because we have F sharp in the key signature. Even though that sharp is not on this F down here, remember that if there's a sharp in the key signature, it counts for every note, right? So that's F sharp minor. This one is E major, do, ti, la, C sharp minor. And then the last one here, this one is, so this is F sharp major. So then we go do, ti, la, and that's going to be D sharp minor, which is a nasty key. You want to encounter that a lot. Okay, so now they're telling us to do it backwards. We're going to write the correct key signature. Okay, so here's how I would do this. I would do it backwards, our process, right? So they're saying B minor. So if I think B and then I go la, ti, do, that would be the major key. And so then that's D major, and I know D major is 2 sharps, or I could have gone until I got to the one right before do, right? Because we go hashtag half step up. So I know that the last, so I know that the last sharp needed to be a half step below D. Okay, let's do the next one. Here's C minor. So again, I'm going to start on C. That's la, ti, do. So I'm going up to E. However, in this case, I need to be thinking that it's a minor third down, right? And so this one is a little bit trickier because you might get to E and think, okay, I got to do E major, but it needs to be a minor third. So here's where you got to really be thinking about your keyboard in addition to your staff. So I'm just going to draw us a keyboard really fast. We've got C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and then we have black notes here and black notes here. Okay, And so we got to remember that the relative minor is a minor third below the major. So that means that I got to count up not just 1, 2, 3 when I don't have the key signature there, because I might mess up our sharps and flats. So I got to count up a minor third, which means if I start on the note they're telling me, then I go up 1, 2, 3, and I land on E flat, because a minor third is 3 half steps, right? A major third would be 4 half steps, and that would be a regular E, okay? The reason that I was able to think about that quickly is because I know that C minor, the biggest difference between minor and major is that we have a minor third, right? So if I went C to E, that's a major third. And so that was definitely not going to be right. So then I had to kind of check it, and I'm going C to E flat, which means that that'll be a minor third. So then this is the major key of E flat, which looks like this. Let's do the next one, and we're going to do it the same way. So D minor. So I'm going to find D, and here I'm going to change to a highlighter so you can see. So I'm going to find D, and then I'm going to go up 3. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be F. It's going to look like F major, which is 1 flat. That's the one that you just have to know, right? Because you have to remember that. And then the last one is E flat minor. So if I go back to my keyboard over here, and let me get rid of my highlighting, and then I start on E flat, and I'm going to go up from there, 1, 2, 3. That puts me on this black note right here. And now how do I know if it's F sharp or G flat? I know because I'm starting with a flat key, so it needs to be flat, right? So I'm going to do G flat major. So I got to make that my second to last flat. So I'm going to go until I draw a G flat and then do one more. And that's G flat major right there. Okay. So that's how we figure out our minor key signatures. Now, the way that we do minor scales is only one more step from there. So if we look at this, we've got the first example here is natural minor. Now, natural minor is a scale where you just draw your key signature and then you put the notes in with no alterations. That's why it's called natural minor. So A minor is no key signature like C major, right? So that's why they're using A. So if you're writing an A natural minor scale, you just write the notes. You don't have any sharps or flats or naturals or anything like that, okay? Then there's a different minor scale that is called harmonic minor, okay? And in harmonic minor, we raise the 7th in the scale. So we do it with the key signature, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, and then right here, instead of so, we're going to do C and raise the 7th note of the scale, and then C, la. So it leads to la. And it's going to sound like this. Let me get my keyboard going on here. So here's natural minor first. Natural minor sounds like this. Good. Now here's harmonic minor, where we're going to raise the 7th. So I'm going to play a G sharp when I get there. And you see people using harmonic minor a lot in minor songs. It's just that's why we teach it to you, because it's very common for you to see a C instead of a so in a minor song. You'll even see it if we ever have to sight read in minor. Sometimes they'll have that sharp 7th. So, and then the last one, which is a little bit funkier, is called melodic minor. And this one gets crazy because it's different going up than it is going down. So going up, we raise the 6th and the 7th now. But then going down, they're regular. So we have sharps on 6 and 7 going up, and we have naturals on 6 and 7 coming down. So again, it's going to sound like this. Let me get my keyboard back up, and let me slide up so you can see it while I play. Here we go. Zoom in a little bit. It goes like this. So it almost sounds a little bit major at the end, and then it shifts back to minor. It's like it's minor, major, minor. It's kind of interesting sounding. So you get this. So you will notice if you are able to start paying attention to this in like even music that we do, that if you have a piece that's in a minor key, sometimes you can be like, ooh, this one is using a harmonic minor scale, and that's why you're going to have sharp sevenths. Or if you have sharp sixth, then maybe it's melodic minor, and especially if it's sharp and then it changes when it's on its way down. So here's some examples, and on your knowledge check, we're going to kind of probably be giving you scales, and you're going to say, which kind is it, right? So you're going to need to figure out your key signature and then draw your scale, right? And so remember, if it's natural minor, you don't have to change anything after you figure out the key signature. If it's harmonic minor, you got to raise the sevenths. If it's melodic minor, you raise 6 and 7 going up and you make them natural going down. So let's do one of each on this page, and then you can do the rest yourself. So we're going to start with C natural minor. So C minor, again, we're going to go up a minor third. So I'm thinking about my keyboard. I'll just pull up the actual keyboard here. And so if I'm on C, and then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So that's E flat major. So that's my key signature. Whoops, still on a highlighter, sorry. So that's my key signature is 3 flats, E flat major. And then I just draw the scale because it's natural minor. So I just start on C, and then I go up. I'm not going to do the stems. I'm just going to do it like that. Okay, and then I can do the stems going up. So now I don't have to put anything on it because it's natural minor. Okay, now we're going to go down and do a harmonic minor. So D minor, let me pull up my keyboard again so that we can talk. So D minor, I start on D and then I go up 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's going to look like the key of F. So that is 1 flat, the key of F, right? But it's D minor. And I'm going to start on D. And now I'm going to write in my notes, just like I did on the harmonic minor, or frankly, even like I do on a major scale, right? I just put all the notes in. I don't have to worry about sharps or flats yet. I can even put my stems in because that doesn't change. Notice that as a reminder, I flip to down stems when we get to the middle line. That's kind of the rule, is that when you're on the middle line or higher, your stems go down. Okay. And now I need to raise the seventh because it's harmonic minor, right? They're reminding us here that we need to raise the seventh. So all that means is I go to the second to the top note and I make it sharp. Okay, that's it. The one thing that can be tricky is if you have something where the seventh is already flat, then instead of a sharp, you use a natural because you're raising it a half step, right? So if it's already flat, we just got to make it regular then. But if it's regular, you got to make it sharp. Okay. Here's melodic minor. So they're telling us B flat melodic minor. I'm going to pull up my keyboard again. Oops, sorry. Here's my keyboard. So they're asking for B flat melodic minor. Here's B flat, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, D flat. So I got to write the key of D flat. So I've got 1, 2, 3. Here's D flat. So I put one more flat, and that's the key of D flat, which is also B flat minor. So now I'm going to write a scale starting on B. B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Coming back down, A. Sorry, I need a little more space. A, G, F, E, D, C, B. All of these stems can be down because I'm above the half line the whole way. And now here's what we were talking about. We need to raise the 6th and 7th. So I'm going to raise G right here, but G is already flat. So I'm going to use a natural to raise it. And then we're going to raise A, but A is already flat in the key signature. So I'm going to use a natural to raise it. And then on the way back down, since I already raised it, I need to put a flat. So I'm going to put flat and flat to put them back where they're supposed to be, like in the key signature, right? Because once I put a natural, the natural counts for everything if it's in the same measure. And right now I didn't put any bar lines, so it's all the same, okay? So we'll talk about it more, but that's sort of a starting place. You also have, so you have more examples that you can do on this page, and then you have a whole other page worth of stuff to practice, which we'll probably do in class tomorrow. But that's the plan for your minor scales. So hopefully that's making sense to you. And we will see you in class. Thanks, everybody.